We're live.
Okay, great. Well, hi. Welcome to our video. Excuse me, if you're new here, my name is Roger, and I'm here with my co-host Tagg. Doesn't look like she has any of her co-hosts sitting in her lap today, but it could happen before the video's over. Today we're looking at a house in Hamlet, North Carolina. The address is 311 Oak Avenue, Hamlet, North Carolina. This is a 50,000 house for sale for $50,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with 2,026 square feet. It's a pretty good sized house. It's on a 0.36 acre lot, which makes that just over 1/3 of an acre, and that's a pretty good sized yard. Um, if you're or getting tongue tied here, I wanted to say that this is our YouTube channel, and it is focused on finding and sharing with our YouTube viewers or our audience affordable housing solutions for everyday people. With a little elbow grease and a big vision, your dream home is totally within reach. Put in the work, bring your creativity and your sweat equity, and before you know it, you'll be kicking back in a place that's truly yours. Your dream home isn't just a wish, it's a DIY away. Anyway, we're on the realtor.com website where they show 24 photos for this home. So we'll hand things off to Tagg so that she can introduce the house to us.
Okay, well, I'm loving uh, the way how the outside of this home is photographed. Props to the agent or photographer that took that took the photos of the home, because you have a nice view of the tree line here, and this looks good. This looks really good. Of course, the house needs some loving and TLC and everything like that, but it looks like it has good bones from the outside. Loving this front porch. I can just see an herb garden out here in the front, some hanging plants, um, some patio furniture, porch furniture. It looks very homey to me. And moving on, this is a great view. Um, yeah, uh, it looks like you have plenty enough room on the sides here to build out. Probably sides and back you would want to build out if you're looking for a bigger home, but the price point, the way how it is, it makes it affordable to expand. Probably add a carport on the side over here, so your vehicles have some shelter, or maybe in the back. Just depends on what your vision is. Got some clothes line here, so take advantage of that. Raise flower beds back here, garden. Yeah, I see potential in this home, judging by the outside. Any comments, Roger?
Well, you certainly going to be hard at work um, on the outside. I assume if it was me, I would be trying to bring back the siding with a lot of sanding, scraping, and a good quality paint job. The weather's certainly been rough on it. I think I may have skipped the part where I mentioned that the house was built in 1950, so we've got about 75 years of life in North Carolina. Um, anyway, that's really all I've got to add to the outside, so please continue.
Okay, let's jump on over to the street view, take a peek in at our neighbors, see what's going on in the neighborhood. And yeah, I'm not. This photo looks a little creepy, but still, the home has great bones, nice yard. Nice trees to provide sun and natural shading, which is important to the environment to have natural light and natural shading instead of constantly being in recycled air. You don't want your home to be completely bare with no tree shade over it. Because one, it costs you a fortune. Two, you can and utility bills. And the second reason is that uh, you don't have to constantly use the power to um, light the home. So, and it balances out the human structure of night and day. So you're not dependent on that blue light. There's so much I want to say, but I don't want to come off as a weirdo. So I'm just gonna move on,
Yes,
unless you
that's
have
my
something
place here.
else.
Don't be trying to usurp my role.
So let's jump on over here to the kitchen. Look at this nice natural light in here. Loving this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice bright kitchen. I would renovate the kitchen since these are the only two pictures. Don't really know what's going on the other side of the wall, and since we don't have a floor plan, um, I would start with a basic renovation and see what's going on. Just bring it up to modern. I mean, unless you can make this kind of sink work in here from the 1950s, be my guess. But I like the way how this looks. I'd add in more counter space on the opposite side. So keep the light. Anyway, go
Yeah.
ahead. You're
Well, thank you for assuming that I might have something to say. I'm sure based on our almost 50 videos, you're used to that. I'm fairly certain. With that being said, I think what I would do is pretty much what you're saying. I would make it a L-shaped kitchen and, uh, give myself countertops along that wall on the left where the stove is, the whole wall, base cabinets with countertop on either side of the stove, and I assume refrigerator goes.
get it.
I
Sorry.
assume the refrigerator goes right there next to the stove, but I'd still end up with upper cabinets, a range hood over the stove, and then base cabinets wherever I can, or wherever there's space for it. But I would go ahead and redo that wall that we can see of cabinets, and then just try to repurpose the ones that I could, for storage elsewhere, either in a storeroom / laundry area, if there's such a thing exists. I mean, with 2,000 square feet, you've probably got room for storage somewhere. Anyway, that being said, I'll hand things back to you. That's all I've got for the kitchen.
Okay. Jumping on over to the bathroom. I mean, I really just don't know how to bring more excitement to the narrating these videos other than being insulting. And I just don't want to insult anybody. What's the point of that? To make it entertaining. So, um, yeah, you have a bathroom here, and it looks like it needs some serious updates. Looks like it has the original fixtures in here since the 1950s. And if you don't like mold, I suggest you really pay attention to the mold in this bathroom, and get the plumbing inspected so you can fix it and handle it. I think it's a great price point to be able to take care of expensive repairs right away. Because where there is life, where there is water, there's life, and where there's life, there's critters. So, you know, um, walk in with your eyes open. Your comments, Roger?
Who, me? Okay. So on that top bathroom photo, the first of the two bathrooms, it kind of looks like the camera person or the camera itself is either literally in the tub or just right backed up to it, or shower, whichever there
Hmm.
is. We don't get the other view. With that being said, I want to say that this is a redo completely and totally for both of them. But I just want to point out, I think it's probably common sense, or, most people this would already occur to them. But just in case, uh, in a situation like this, you could live in the house by renovating one bathroom while using the other. And then when this first one's completely updated, then you can, renovate the second one after you're done. We've been in at least a couple of videos where the house had two bathrooms and both of them were gutted. And I'm like, did you do that on purpose? What happened there? Maybe they had some serious problems when they started, and it just got that far. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I've got to say about the bathroom today, except I do like those fixtures in the pink bathroom, the ceiling fixture and the fixture over the sink. Anyway, back to you, Tagg. Let's keep moving. Let's look at this place.
Okay. All right. Let's jump on over to the living room. And, I'm just reading off of what is on the tabs. This doesn't really look like a living room, but the tab said living room, two photos. So I'm just going with that. And I love this big door and the frame, the woodwork that's the trim that's around the door. Uh, you got some hardwood floors in here that can be refinished. Any comments?
Yeah, it really does look like bedroom furniture in this first photo with the pink walls, um, Pepto Bismol looking walls. Um, but that carpet, you could bring it up and have a look peek at what's behind. Chances are, or underneath rather, chances are good that you might have some hardwood floors there that more than likely would need refinishing, but they certainly would look good when you're done. Um, and then the second photo, the one I believe they're using it as an office, because it's a 4-bedroom. That might be a good use to keep there, just to have a home office there, especially if the whoever buys this ends up being a work from home user. Um, it seems well lit, so probably got some good window light, or sunlight through the window. Anyway, back to you.
Okay. All right. So here we have the dining room, and wow, look at this lighting. That is great. That really is.
Mm,
Uh, yeah. I think I would do like some type of stain or something like that, a sheer curtain or something, so I could keep the light exposure without having the eyesore across the street here.
yeah, or in the
Um,
next yard is what that looks like. It too close to you,
oh,
to you
yeah,
for
yard.
leaving it. I knew
Yeah.
that's what you
Uh-huh. Okay. So this photo still is nice and bright. It has some really great bones to this house, really good structure. Um, Probably have hardwood floors under this carpeting, but I see a blank canvas here, and this looks good to me. It looks really good. You have your typical upgrades that you need to do to the kitchen and the bathroom, but you know, um, maybe there's a basement.
We've
So
redone kitchens and bathrooms before. We're not afraid of that,
yeah,
and neither should our viewers. I mean, you take your time, you think it through, um, enlist help where you need it, and you'll
yeah,
make it.
yeah. You'll make it. Um, I can tell some obvious water situation here in the ceiling. So you know, and the age of the home, of course, your plumbing, HVAC system, roof, all of that is probably going to need to be replaced. So, um, don't be alarmed. Everything is fixable in here. As long as there's a structure, it can be fixed. Okay. So, these older homes, you have some really nice sized bedrooms.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Look at that hardwood floors. Yeah. So this looks great, you guys. You have this huge landing on the top floor. You have a lot of room in this home. This looks good. Any comments?
Um, I wonder if it's sold as is. I mean, all this stuff that's in it, often, what you see in a house is kind of junky, but I think you could actually repurpose some of the things that we can see here. I don't know if you would agree or not, Tag, but just, since you touched on it, I actually would like to take a little further. When you commented on the obvious leak in the ceiling that, was caused by the roof being damaged. I believe in the comments, the property details, they do speak to um, that it being a cash sale only because traditional financing is unavailable. So, just as a general comment for our viewers, again, for those of you that know this, sorry to waste your time, but for those that you were unaware, we got a co-host present now.
She
That's
is so silly.
that is Bama for anybody that's
Yeah. I just
interested.
the reason why I'm smiling is because she was laying on the floor halfway under the table and halfway out, and Gidget was on underneath the table, and I could see Gidget pulling her, and her feet and body started shrinking as I was on the call or on the video. So that's why I
That's
was
pretty
laughing.
funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. So, in case you weren't, well, of course, if you'd not seen our videos, any of the others, you would know that we try to have fun with our videos, and we do. And by we, I mean her, you, Tag, incorporate animals into our videos too. They're her co-host. So, anyway, anytime you see a ceiling like this, we can see in this room, that's a trigger or a clue that if they haven't repaired or replaced the roof, it's going to be required. And the things that affect a house that cause it to be for sale at a price point like this are in general and probably in order your roof. And that is, I think, the number one cause of you not being able to get a government guaranteed loan, which is going to be your VA and FHA loans. Because sometimes you can get a conventional loan with problems with any of these systems, any combination of them. It's just that you may not want to buy a house and take on, having to replace the roof, having to redo the electrical, having to redo the plumbing, having to redo the HVAC. Those four things can be a cost prohibitive. Your hope in general is that only one or possibly part of another requires it to be redone. And then you can buy it at the good price. And then you're just looking at sweat equity, cleaning, painting, those kind of things. And that's assuming that you're not doing any sort of renovations beyond, like we talked about in the bathroom and kitchen, which are fairly straightforward. I mean, you take down cabinets, you put up cabinets, take away the base cabinets and the countertop, you put in base cabinets and have probably a local countertop vendor bring in your replacement countertops and put them in. Upper cabinets are even easier. You take those down and you put up the new ones. They screw to the wall and generally at the studs. It's a pretty straightforward process that even, a dummy like me has figured out how to do and has done on more than one occasion, as Tagg will tell you. Bathrooms are not a whole lot worse. Of course, it does incorporate plumbing. In general, you don't have to do much plumbing in kitchen because it's there and it doesn't require movement. Sometimes in bathrooms, you end up reorienting plumbing somewhat to follow wherever the supply and drain are for the new tub, or the toilet gets shifted around to make room for a double sink if, that works. Tagg's a big fan of double sinks, and she's actually got me on board with it, especially in homes that have a single bathroom. This one's got two, but regardless, just comments for you to, hopefully help along the way. I'll stop talking now so that Tagg can regain control of this out of control train wreck that I'm making here.
Well, we just have different opinions, and both are
Yes, we do.
respected because it's, it's neither right or wrong. It's just different. And so,
Absolutely.
when I'm looking at a price point and still have to make major upgrades in the home, that's a turnoff for me versus getting a home that needs to be repairs. You can budget it out. So if you know that there is an issue with mold and plumbing, I mean, you can get enough of it to get a good deal to be able to plan your construction. Like I see this up here, I know that there's going to be some drywall that needs to be replaced, ceiling tiles and stuff like that. So knowing this ahead of time instead of um, sectioning it out, it just helps it make it be financially doable versus doing a room at a time. I would like to take care of all the plumbing at one time, if I'm not doing a major repair, like relocating a bathroom or laundry room or something like that. So it's just a different viewpoint. But like here, I mean, it needs some work. Materials cost. It's constantly fluctuating. So my thing is I don't want to have to buy the same thing twice. So um, I like to forward think projects that need to be done. Take a list, kind of section it out, come up with like a storyboard of how you're wanting things to start evolving in the home. This is a nice size bedroom. This is probably in front of the house. But these are just some of the things that I take into consideration. Like I wouldn't want to do my floors after painting the walls, or doing my floors before the bathrooms were renovated, just in case, or the kitchen, just in case I would want to add more flooring or not, taking down a wall or not, things like that. So, but this is a great home. It really is.
100% agree with you.
Love the fixtures. It just has so much character.
And I haven't commented on it though yet, but generally both of us remark on trim like this around doors and baseboards, and just the quality of the trim you would want to preserve, and put it back once you're done with any repairs that you're doing. Also, those doors. I mean, those are awesome. I love solid doors like that that I guess are considered vintage now, from an era where doors were, constructed that way. I love them. Anyway, that's pretty much what I've got to say about that in general. Are we, yeah, we're at the stage of things where I take a moment and thank you all for being here. If you can hear me, or if you're hearing what I'm saying now, you made it pretty much to the end of the video. And we thank you for that. We want to wish you the very best luck with your home buying journey, and we hope that the comments that I make and or the comments that she makes you find helpful, and that wish you the best of luck. So I'll be quiet now so that Tagg can make her closing comments, and we'll see y'all again soon.
Yes. So if you're looking for a DIY or a homestead, this channel is designed for people that are um, looking to roost and nest and put down um, some foundation, stability. And if you have a home that you are selling or like to get the word out about, a property that you're interested in or whatever the case may be, reach out, send us a comment with a link, and we'll research it and feature it, because at the end of the day, it's about people helping people. And we will catch you next week.